Hey guys, how you doing? Glad to see you all here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Just give me a moment to get everything set up. We'll get started really soon. Alright guys, so I hope you guys been doing well. Let me take a look at a few things real fast before I get started. There's a few things that look a little off. Let me see. Okay, cool. Alright, so guys, it's really good to see you again. So today is gonna be a little bit different. Today I'm actually gonna doing another one of my friend SPiffy's characters. So it's actually gonna be doing for a while. It's actually one of his characters named D. For those who remember his characters, D is actually one really large dragon. He lives in the forest, but he's actually kind of like a hillbilly too. And so I figured when I draw him, I kind of draw this kind of this lumbering but friendly guy because that's how Spiffy describe where he's really this big guy who looks really big and threatening, but when you get to know him, he's actually kind of a goofy guy with a goofy demeanor. So you can see what I've already done so far is actually take a very light kind of rough sketch of him to kind of give a good starting point. And I figured what I have been doing here is that I can have a position where maybe he's actually enjoying maybe like a beer or really just some coffee and a table, and of course since he's kind of like a rough kind of like country bumpkin type of deal, he's not exactly have the best type table manners. So I figured, here, maybe he's kind of like leaning back, in his chair, and maybe he's got his pre-flop on the table, but of course it's about to buckle because since he's so huge. Let me see if everything else looks good. Let me see. There's something else I'm looking. I'm just can't seem to find it right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start here. I think I'll start, wherever his face is. I know up here, one thing about Dean, he's got like that long mane, kind of got like a long mane of hair. This long mane of scruffy, kind of like scraggly hair. So I figure, I'm trying to see if I want to have just have one eye or have both eyes showing. Maybe I'll bring those bangs up a little bit higher. me kind of get his little snout. Let me get a part where his nostrils are. Because even though he's a big dude, he's also still kind of like a dopey guy, too. Let me kind of get, you know, his little bottom of his mouth and get his little neck. You're not gonna see all of his neck because he's got that neck, got a little necktie. Maybe he's got maybe the edge is kind of, maybe his little scarf of his little necktie. Maybe the edge of his little necktie is kind of like draped over, you know, the back of his shoulder. And then he'll have part of it was outfit kind of torn, kind of. Because he's also, excuse me. Because I also think, you know, he's a very kind of a bulky guy too. So I think he's got a lot of muscle. Let me get the little coat, his little coat tails of his little coat. Looking good. Now, when I kind of drain it down, I'm just need to kind of prop this other leg up just a bit more. I want to practice like just a bit more so you can see its other leg out too. He's kind of got massive feet. Maybe his other shoes kind of like maybe the bottom of his shoes kind of propped up. And maybe he's got the mug right, the mug right. Maybe he's gonna have another sip. So we kind of bring this in just a bit. Make sure I have enough room like for his actual shoe. We have his little toes. Because clones are kind of tattered in more in different places. Where here he's missing one shoe here. He's missing part of his sleeves here. Like, I might just sharpen this. Give me just one moment. The regular electric one isn't working, so I'm gonna have to do it old-fashioned way. So where is my regular sharpener? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Alright, good. So let me get the hand. Let me kind of make his hands a little bulkier than they are here, because he's supposed to be a very big and bulky guy. Then we kind of get those toes. We bring those out a bit more. And maybe he's probably leaning back a bit. And also, I can't forget his little tail, because he's got that very, very long tail. In fact, let me bring it all the way out down here. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. I was gonna have this coming out from behind the chair, but actually, I think this looks alright. I think this looks pretty good. Help that little tuft kind of go over above his little eye here. I think I'll have that little tattered piece of his clothing kind of hanging down from his arm here. looks good. Cool, cool, cool. Let me see. Something else I wanted to add. I'm trying to figure out what I want to add to this guy, because I'm already liking how it's looking good so far. Let me just kind of add some of the clothing a bit more here. I'm thinking maybe he's kind of waving his hand, that he's kind of oblivious, that he's kind of being like almost too a huge social paw here. So let me just kind of bring his, let's keep his fingers up a bit more. Sorry. I figured manual for his other gloves here, because I know in some of the reference pictures I think SPiffy showed me, like, he has gloves, but sometimes like they're a little bit tattered too. I think he has some where one's whole. I know others where it has where they're kind of tattered. So I think I may do a little bit of both. Let me kind of bring the table out. Make sure it's not too big, because it's not too big. Not because the table's that small. It's just because he's that big. Because I know compared to a lot of like SPiffy's other characters, he's pretty much the largest one out of the entire roster of characters they've got. He's definitely the largest one. Let me see something for a moment. So let me put this on hold. I'm gonna stop it for a moment. I'll be right back.